Maharashtra netas turn into thugs. No remorse, basher neta brazens it out.
मैंने कई बार इनके खाने के बारे में इनको समझाया कि आप खाना अच्छा दिया करो. अगर ये लोग सुधरते नहीं है तो मुझे मेरी स्टाइल से मुझसे बात करना पड़ेगा.
बोलतोय माझा बाप कोण आहे? राज ठाकरेच्या घरी जा आणि पैसे
Don't serve, but strike with impunity.
मॅडम एक मिनिट जा ठाण्याला जा जावेचे कोण आहे विचार आणि तो माझा बाप आहे.
ओके तर मग म्हणजे
Slaps, punches, thrashings. VVIP goons on brazen rampage. India versus goon netas. Top focus on India Today.
Good evening and welcome to 5 Live, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pooja Shali, and just like you saw barely seconds ago, not one, not two, multiple incidents emerging from Maharashtra. We have a special update for you, not heartwarming, but addition to the violence we have seen. Let's begin first with the headlines. 2 Indian Air Force pilots killed as the Jaguar trainer jet crashes in Rajasthan. Indian Air Force has given out a statement saying accident happened during a routine training mission or sortie. Third Jaguar crash, however, in 2025. Bridge collapses in Gujarat's Vadodara. Vehicle plunges into river after a 40-year-old bridge crumbles. Repair was completed barely a year ago. Then there is a shattering video that's emerged. A mother crying while saving her life as well, moments after tragedy as her child reportedly drowns. Rahul Gandhi in Bihar rakes up the UP fraud allegation in the rally, says Maharashtra-like vote chori bid is underway. Calls Election Commission as BJP puppet. A united opposition shows strength in Bihar ahead of elections. From the southern states, AIDMK alleges government is misusing temple funding to build colleges in Tamil Nadu. State government dismisses EPS claim, says funds are being used for humanitarian causes. From Uttar Pradesh, the big story, Yogi Adityanath's big remark on conversion ring crackdown. The Chief Minister appreciates the arrest of the Changor Baba, says this criminal played with women's honor.
समाज विरोधी और राष्ट्र विरोधी कार्रवाई में लिप्त तत्वों के खिलाफ कैसे कार्रवाई हो रही है. कल बलरामपुर में आपने देखा होगा, एक जल्लाद को हम लोगों ने वहां पे भी गिरफ्तार किया है.
Sena MLA after MNS goons. Netaji serves up a slap over complaints against his staffers stale food. MLA's meal meltdown draws sharp criticism. Is violence the new rule book ahead of BMC polls? Maharashtra slapstick politics. Top focus on 5 Live. 1 week can be a long time in politics, and for Maharashtra, we've seen what happened in the past 7 days. I just want to take you through and jog your memory about what Maharashtra, especially Mumbai city, has seen. MNS cadre slapping a shopkeeper a week ago. Now a sitting MLA seen slapping, thrashing, beating a canteen staffer because there were complaints against him for alleged adulteration in the dal that was served at the MLA hostel. Now, let's assume for a minute if all these issues that have been mentioned or shown here, recorded on camera, are significant, whether it's Marathi pride to food security concerns. But a question I ask on 5 Live this evening, is violence becoming the new rule book ahead of Brihan Mumbai municipal elections? Will this become now a competitive sport in politics in Maharashtra? Who thrashes more? Who records it better on camera? And is this what the Maharashtra leadership intends to support? What happened in the latest on your screens, this ground report. This is Shiv Sena MLA Sanjay Gaikwad caught on camera.
Maharashtra's netas are not pulling their punches these days. Here you can see Shiv Sena MLA Sanjay Gaikwad assaulting the contractor of the Akashvani MLA canteen in Mumbai on Tuesday. The MLA claimed the food delivered to his room was substandard and he started feeling sick. He marched to the canteen downstairs right away to address the issue. According to the MLA, multiple complaints about food quality were ignored and he was simply serving the cause of justice.
हर तरीके के माध्यम से, गवर्नमेंट के माध्यम से, अधिकारी के माध्यम से, सब माध्यम से उनको रिक्वेस्ट करने के बाद, कंप्लेंट करने के बाद अगर उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई होती नहीं और मेरे जान से खेलेंगे तो मेरी जो रिएक्शन थी वो सही थी.
While no action was against the ruling party MLA, food safety officers were sent to raid the canteen on Wednesday.
क्या गायकवाड़ साहब ने कोई कंप्लेंट लॉन्च की है? किसी ने की?
नहीं, बेसिकली कानून में जो मतलब प्रोविजन दिया है, साफ सफाई कैसी है, वर्कर कैसे है, उनका मेडिकल चेकअप हुआ है कि नहीं, पानी कौन सा यूज करते हैं, उसका एनालिसिस रिपोर्ट है कि नहीं है, मतलब पेस्ट कंट्रोल किया है कि नहीं है. मेरे ख्याल से लास्ट चेक फरवरी में हुआ है, 18 फरवरी 2025 को.
According to canteen staff, this isn't the first time such an incident has taken place.
बोल देगा ये खाना क्या है, उसको सजा देना चाहिए, नहीं तो जेल में डालो, कुछ भी करो. मारामारी अंदर बनते, मारामारी करने के लिए थोड़ी बनते.
Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis called the MLA Sanjay Gaikwad's action unacceptable and directed Deputy CM Eknath Shinde to take action. The opposition demanded Gaikwad's arrest.
मेरी महाराष्ट्र के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को विनती करती हूँ कि ऐसे जो उनके विचारों में काम करने वाले या कोई भी एमएलए हो, अगर ऐसी हरकतें करे तो उसको पुलिस स्टेशन लाके अंदर डालना चाहिए.
लेकिन अभी तक कुछ इसमें एफआईआर दर्ज नहीं हुई है.
नहीं, अगर सरकार एफआईआर नहीं करेगी तो हम करेंगे.
There has been a series of incidents involving politicians and party workers in Maharashtra in recent times. In Vashim, MNS workers were caught on camera vandalizing a toll plaza on Tuesday. And on July 7th, the drunk son of an MNS leader was seen abusing and assaulting a woman influencer. Earlier on July 3rd, a street vendor in Thane was slapped by MNS workers just because he could not speak Marathi. In all these cases, what stands out is the lack of action by the Mahayuti government. The big question remains, how long will political hooliganism go unchecked in Maharashtra? With Vidya, Omkar Wable and Harshada Parab, Bureau Report, India Today.
So if in Maharashtra someone's offended with you, a slap is coming your way, at least from a politician or their cadre. Mustafa Sheikh is joining me live from Mumbai. This MLA, Sanjay Gaikwad, is an MLA from the Eknath Shinde Sena. Mustafa, has Eknath Shinde said anything? We believe the Chief Minister Fadnavis has said a lot. In fact, this MLA also says no regrets. Did it for a reason. My question is, if there were complaints, couldn't there have been other options explored? Is this now becoming Maharashtra politics?
Well, yes, Pooja, if you see what's happening in the last few days, especially, that's why Sanjay Gaikwad's incident is a shocking incident.
Yes.
Remember, if he was complaining for food or if he had assaulted someone, he has went ahead and made sure that one of his colleagues record this entire video. Maybe it was a publicity stunt, maybe something else is something which have to be said. But the Chief Minister has taken a stringent, strict line on this entire issue. It said that the MLAs of the state are being put in bad line due to this incident. He has went on to say that if the Speaker of the House thinks appropriate and any action should be taken, then the action should be taken. That's what he has said against an MLA of in the alliance. Eknath Shinde's official version or comment is yet to come out on this issue. But whatever the language row which was taking place in Maharashtra, people being assaulted or beaten up. After that, this video comes up of the MLA complaining about bad quality of food and assaulting a person, even punching and slapping him on video. So this is something which is not sending out a good message about public representatives in people's in the arena of public life, and hence you can say that there is been this feeling in Maharashtra about lawlessness and the state and whether the law enforcement agencies are doing enough, because what we are told in this incident also is that the contractor of the canteen who was beaten up is not ready to file a police complaint against the MLA even after the incident being on record. So it's known that the politicians,
it's understandable. He's a canteen staffer. There would be this political pressure on him and just the fear if he'll get a job again. But this is what's turning out to be, and a good point made by Mustafa here. Remember, in earlier instances, there were either MNS cadre, workers. This time, it's a sitting MLA, an elected representative who's resorting to violence. I request you to please stay on with me. Now, remember, the defense here is of the leader that there were complaints against him, that he was not serving good quality dal. And what was the solution to him? Go, punch him, slap him. That's the language that a sitting MLA believes is needed to be done. We have more news coming in from Maharashtra. While there's this language war, a Marathi versus non-Marathi speaking, MNS Chief Raj Thackeray, amid the backlash and criticism that has come in with the behavior against the shopkeeper, has prohibited his party workers and members from directly interacting with the media or to post personal reactions on social media platform. Is there a gag order that's come in? He's even asked the party's official spokesperson not to speak to the media directly, that is without his prior approval. Is it turning out to be more troublesome, a headache for Raj Thackeray than he expected ahead of BMC elections expected later this year? Mustafa, this is interesting because earlier we believed that Raj Thackeray was defiant on this issue and he stood by his cadre and workers as well. What are you picking up about this restraint?
Well, if you can say that there was a protest which happened in Mira Road yesterday. In that protest, there was some misbehavior with TV news channel reporters, and because some workers just refused to speak in Marathi. So be it the political leaders who say that they don't have anything against Hindi, but they will not allow Hindi imposition. But on ground, whenever there are such language protests taking place, people just refuse to speak in Hindi or any other languages. And if you are reporting for any other medium, then you'll need the responses in that medium. That's why the clash had happened. That is one of the reasons. And maybe the issue which took place in the case of MNS functionary's son Javed Sheikh, who was drunk in one of the incidences, which in the case was registered in Amboli police. So these are things which have made made Raj Thackeray think that there is some wrong messaging going on in public about this entire issue, about how this should be communicated. Hence, he has come out with a gag order. The gag order is not only for the party workers to not speak with media, it's the official appointed spokesperson too. They have to take permission from Raj Thackeray as to what they have to say on this issue and then speak. So clearly there is a messaging of that clear message or communication should happen, and people should not have any misunderstanding about any issue, especially the language issue. If you see, it became a national issue, it became an issue of concern. Many even people, Marathi speaking people, said coming out that people of Maharashtra going outside Maharashtra not able to speak the local language will also be given the same treatment. So these are things which have been considered by the MNS, and the MNS chief has said that only after discussing with him.
There's been a start and there was defense to it as well. Perhaps there's been a step back on this, but we'll see how this goes. For now, MNS workers and their leaders, members will not be speaking directly to the media persons. They'll have to now go through their top leader for what to say and when. But you watched all of this slapstick politics for days now. But what are the real issues for Maharashtra? Let me take you through a reality check. This is the latest from Nagpur. For example, incessant rainfall has disrupted life in Nagpur, exposing civic vulnerabilities. The city recorded 55 millimeter rainfall by the Met Department. People are struggling through knee-deep water. There is also Vidarbha, where Vidarbha, when is not facing drought or farmer suicide, is facing rain fury this time. Met Department has marked Vidarbha as an area of concern in the National Flash Flood Guidance Bulletin. Then there is always the Mumbai city, the big financial hub, film industry, the business hub of the country. And we have seen that even more than the usual rainfall when it happens, even if a few millimeter here or there are dangerous situations that emerge for local residents, whether it's open potholes, whether it's waterlogging, and whether that's inconvenience. These should be the real issues, isn't it? Instead, we have sitting MLAs and workers and cadres going around slapping people because they believe they can get away. And how? Think about it. So these are some of the details that are coming in from Maharashtra, and we'll continue to track. Is it just a coincidence that BMC elections are coming up, or perhaps the new normal for Maharashtra politics? Let me now take you to Uttar Pradesh. There's a huge controversy that's erupted. There's an alleged conversion racket and how a kingpin by the name of Changur Baba, as he's known. It's escalating, but it's unearthed a sinister mix of religion, riches, and outreach. There's a 3-bigha mansion in Balrampur district in Uttar Pradesh, which is over 3 crore rupees of that man on your screen. It's now been reduced to rubble, though, after 2 days of relentless bulldozer action that has come in. Now, the man's name is Jamaluddin, alias Changur Baba. He kept a humble public image, so to say, but there was a deep underground network. His aides have been wife Neetu, there's one Naveen Vora as well. Now, this is very interesting. This family, these 3 individuals, actually converted in Dubai about a decade ago. He renamed the woman who was Neetu as Nasreen. And they were all working now with this new self-discovered, self-found Baba. Then there was a network that started. Finally, a CJM court clerk in Balrampur has been removed as well after links to the property surfaced with the Baba. Why are we talking about this Baba and the conversion racket right now? There was a high-tech fortress disguised as an ashram in Balrampur. Look at that. CCTV grids, solar panels, foreign breed animals, a powerhouse, a private power plant inside his mansion to keep surveillance uninterrupted. Investigators have found muscle enhancers, imported oils from Spain, Dubai-labeled items, secret rooms allegedly used to run a massive religious conversion racket, specifically targeting young Hindu girls. As Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath called the crime anti-national, the state is now widening the net against this empire built on faith and fraud. And importantly, for every conversion done, there was a massive reward in place. I want you to take a look at this ground report from inside this mansion in Balrampur.
उत्तर प्रदेश विकास की रफ्तार में आगे बढ़ा है और आपने देखा होगा अभी समाज विरोधी और राष्ट्र विरोधी कार्रवाई में लिप्त तत्वों के खिलाफ कैसे कार्रवाई हो रही है। कल बलरामपुर में आपने देखा होगा एक जल्लाद को हम लोगों ने वहां पे भी गिरफ्तार किया है। कैसे वहां हिंदू बहन बेटियों के इज्जत के साथ खिलवाड़ करता था, पैसे में सौदेबाजी करता था, लेकिन अब ऐसे तत्वों के साथ सख्ती की जा रही है। हम समाज को भी टूटने नहीं देंगे, राष्ट्र विरोधी और समाज विरोधी तत्वों को भी चकनाचूर करके रहेंगे और धरती माता के स्वास्थ्य की रक्षा भी करेंगे, मां की स्मृतियों को भी जीवंत बनाएंगे।
बलरामपुर के झांगुर बाबा की आलीशान कोठी, जहां पर वो धर्मांतरण का पूरा खेल रचता था, हम इस समय उसके उस आशियाने में उस महल में मौजूद हैं और हम आपको दिखाते हैं कि यहाँ पर क्या स्थिति है। अगर इस रूम में हम चलेंगे तो ये झांगुर बाबा का वो कमरा है जहाँ पर वो रहता था और ये पूरा एक आलीशान कमरा था जिसमें एक बेड पड़ा हुआ है और सोफा पड़ा हुआ था। हालांकि अभी तितर बितर है चूंकि पुलिस अंदर आई थी। और इसके साथ साथ यहाँ पर झांगुर बाबा इस आलीशान शान और शौकत के साथ इस घर के अंदर रहता था। एक ही रूम में आप देखिए कि किस तरीके से इसने चार पंखों को फिट करा रखा है और चारों तरफ विंडो दे रखी है जिससे कि हवा लगातार आती रहे। इसके साथ ये एक स्टोर रूम है। अगर स्टोर रूम में हम देखते हैं तो यहाँ पर हम देखते हैं कि कुछ मेडिसिन्स हैं वो पाई गई हैं। ये मेडिसिन्स जो हैं, ये देखिए यहाँ पे जो मेडिसिन्स हैं, ये कुछ मेडिसिन्स पाई गई हैं जो कहती हैं साफ तौर से कि ये मेडिसिन्स जो शक्तिवर्धक दवाएं हैं, यानी कि वो इनको मजबूती के लिए शरीर की प्रयोग करता था, ये दवाएं हैं। इसके साथ स्पेनिश ऑयल, ये स्पेनिश ऑयल है। हर वो ऐशो आराम की जिंदगी यहाँ जीता था और धर्मांतरण का गंदा खेल इसी महल से वो अपने करता था, जिसको नेस्ते नाबूद किया जा रहा है बुलडोजर के द्वारा। लेकिन ये तो साफ है कि इस पूरे जो इसका महल है, जो कोठी है इसकी, इतनी जो 5 बीघे में फैली ये कोठी है, वो अपने आप में एक रहस्यमय कोठी है जो साफ जाहिर करती है कि उसके काले कारनामों को किस तरीके से वह धर्मांतरण के लिए प्रयोग करता था। बलरामपुर से कैमरा पर्सन संदीप दुबे के साथ आशीष श्रीवास्तव।
बलरामपुर में झांगुर बाबा का साम्राज्य इस तरीके से फैला हुआ है कि उसने अपने पूरे इस महल में एक तरीके से उसने लगा रखा था पूरा एक सोलर का प्लांट, और उस प्लांट के लिए काफी ज्यादा तादाद में बैटरी प्रयोग होती है। पूरा पावर हाउस बना रखा था। अगर आप तस्वीरों में देखेंगे तो पाएंगे किस तरीके से यहाँ पर उसने पावर हाउस का निर्माण कर रखा था एक, और यहीं पर इस पूरे तरीके से ये वो बिजली का निर्माण करके अपने इस महल में प्रयोग करता था। और इसी में अगर देखिए आप, लगातार जो ये पावर हाउस है इसको पूरी तरीके से निर्माण कर रखा था। और इस पावर हाउस में आप देखेंगे अगर तस्वीरों में तो पाएंगे किस तरीके से इसने कितनी ज्यादा तादाद में जो बैटरियां हैं वो लगा के रखी थी, क्योंकि ये इलेक्ट्रिसिटी 1 मिनट के लिए भी बंद नहीं करना चाहता था सीसीटीवीज की। और यही वजह है कि अगर सीसीटीवी बंद ना हो, इसलिए इसने पूरा ये प्लांट लगा रखा था पावर हाउस की तरह पे। अब इसको प्रशासन अपने जब्त कर रहा है अपने पास में। और इस प्लांट को आप देखिए, पूरा ट्रांसफार्मर है, पूरी इसमें एमसीवीज लगी हुई हैं इसमें, और इसके साथ साथ कहां पर बिजली का कनेक्शन जाना है उसके लिए पूरा शॉर्ट सर्किट लगा हुआ, शॉर्ट सर्किट है पूरा। और इसी सर्किट के जरिए हर जगह बिजली सप्लाई होती थी, क्योंकि इसको डर था कि अगर जरा सी देर के भी कहीं बिजली कनेक्शन कट गया तो सीसीटीवी बंद हो जाएंगे और कोई भी आ सकता है। इस वजह से इसने अपना खुद का पूरा एक प्लांट लगा लिया था, और इसी प्लांट में वह पूरे इस महल को सप्लाई देता था कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चली भी जाए तो उसको पूरी तरीके से चालू किया जा सके। तो ये अचूक उसका जो महल, उसने जो साम्राज्य खड़ा किया था, उसी का ये पावर सिस्टम है जहां पर इसने पूरी तरीके से इसकी व्यवस्था की थी। और अब प्रशासन इसको अपने कब्जे में लिया था, और इसमें शायद अब क्योंकि इतना बड़ा यहाँ पर ये बैटरी का लगा हुआ है, हो सकता है इसमें विस्फोट हो जाए, इस वजह से भी कहीं ना कहीं प्रशासन इसको सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से भी हटा रहा है। और ऐसे में इतना बड़ा वो नेक्सस पूरा चला रहा था जिसके अंदर सारे वो सिस्टम मौजूद थे जो एक महल, एक कोठी को चलाने के लिए जरूरी हैं। बलरामपुर से कैमरा पर्सन संदीप दुबे के साथ आशीष श्रीवास्तव, आज तक।
This is an incredible story that has now been unearthed. Who is this Shangur Baba alias Jalaluddin? We have the details that are coming in. Now, his original name, in fact, is one Ghanshyam. He, with 2 others, reportedly converted to Islam in Dubai barely a decade ago. About 2015 was when they went to Dubai and converted. Then they returned to Uttar Pradesh and set up shop in Balrampur. He's being seen as an alleged mastermind of the UP mass conversion racket. He's about 70 years of age. How did he manage to lure and convert, especially young Hindu girls? Money, wedding promises, and then there was threat and coercion as well for conversions. The specific target were, expectedly because of the money and rewards, poor, women, widows and minors. 100+ crore rupees have been tracked in 40 bank accounts connected to the fund conversions. Was there foreign funding coming to this man and his family to be able to convert more? All of this happening in Balrampur in Uttar Pradesh. Till complaints started to be filed, a scam was unearthed. But what happened with regard to his own property? How did he become a millionaire barely in 10 years since this conversion racket was unraveling? There were foreign breed animals, horses and dogs that were found at his mansion. White marble horse stable. So even the stable for the horses made of foreign material of white marble. There were solar panels. Fully equipped powerhouse. There's a reason for it. He tried to be off the grid and possibly off surveillance as well. Stone electric pillars were found from that mansion, that huge house in Balrampur. Batteries, MCBs, muscle boosters as well for his strength. Strengthening pills allegedly have been found as well. Imported oil, specifically from the Gulf nations and other countries, including from Spain. Items that were found for himself possibly and others as well. This is very concerning. Remember that for 10 years, with the serious charges against him, he managed to get away. How did he become a millionaire in 10 years? Was it because of the funding he was getting through conversions? My colleague Ashish Srivastav joins me for the latest on that. Ashish, you tell me, what did you find around you and what existed earlier? मैं देख सकती हूँ आपके पीछे अब तो बिल्कुल बुलडोजर एक्शन हो गया, इस पे भी बहुत पॉलिटिक्स एस्केलेट हुआ है. What did you see inside that mansion of this man? Why is it suspicious?
Pooja, yes, you can see there's a bulldozer action which is running on here, and that's the biggest conversion racket was running behind this Jhangur Baba, and that's why it was a reason that more than a 6 bulldozer, which you can see through this visual, was running continuously to demolish this structure, this building which was constructed by Jhangur Baba. And this time it is not just a case of the typical religious conversion racket, but also one of the alleged fraud worth crores and conspiracies carried out under the guise of so-called sant. Police are investigating how Jhangur Baba, who once sold rings on the street, eventually became the owner of properties worth crores. During the investigations, police have identified the mastermind behind the Jalaluddin operation. And Pooja, you know, according to evidence gathered, the Muhammad Ahmad oversaw all aspects of Jhangur Baba's managed to a warrant has also been issued for Muhammad Ahmad, who is a close aide of the Jhangur Baba and residing in Mumbai and right here, but he was from this Balrampur, and who is presently large and is believed to have escaped with the juvenile Hindu goes. Investigation have found that the Muhammad Ahmad owns property worth hundreds of crores in Mumbai. It has also been revealed that he has managed a terrorist camp. This kind of allegations, serious allegations, accused from the Utrala, Balrampur, now believed that how demolished a temple to build his home. This kind of situation has occurred here in Balrampur district, and which you can understand that this will continue also tomorrow. This bulldozer action will be continued. So tomorrow, as per the 2 days are also going on, and this building and this mansion also.
And this also begs a question. Pooja, what were the authorities locally doing for about 10 years when there were these luring coercion threat or worse that was happening at this mansion? And now finally, even in 2025, though has been caught a question for the authorities as well. Why was this not unearthed in this past 1 decade? It's a huge political showdown as much in the state. Ashish, thank you very much for tracking all the latest that's coming in and from the location where bulldozer action has taken place.